Hello and welcome to week 20 of the Ray of Hope crochet along, and this week we're making the interlocking shell stitch. So this is a beautiful stitch where the shells interlock to kind of make this flowery look, and it's such a beautiful stitch that you could use for so many things. It would look great as clothing, for cowls, wraps, hats. Just a stunning stitch. You can make it in a single colour as well, but I think if you do it in different colours it really stuns. It's a very stunning stitch. How do we make it? So for this one we're going to be using a 3.5mm hook, and we're going to be making it down the long edge. So we're starting with a chain of 80. Okay, so in the third chain from your hook you're going to make a single crochet, and that turning chain counts as your first single crochet. And we're just going to single crochet in every chain all the way down. So including that turning chain you're going to have 79 stitches in total for row 1. Okay, so I shall get to the end of this chain and I shall come back to you once I get to the end of the row. Okay, so I'm at the end of row 1 and I've got a single crochet in every stitch. So now I'm going to turn, chain 1, and I'm going to make the alternate turning chain in that first stitch. Just mark that as my first stitch, and in the same stitch as your turning chain you're going to make another 2 double crochet. So your alternate turning chain and 2 double crochet all in that first stitch. Okay, so we're going to skip the next 2 stitches, and in the next stitch we're going to single crochet. Skip the next 2 stitches, and in the next stitch make 5 double crochet all in the same stitch. So this is your first shell. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so there's your first stitch and your first shell even, and you started the row with a half shell in that first stitch. So now we're going to skip the next 2 stitches and then single crochet in the next stitch, and this is the pattern for the row. So you've got your single crochet, you skip the next 2 stitches and then make 5 double crochet all in the same stitch. Then you'll skip the next 2 stitches and single crochet, and do that all the way down the row. So I'm going to carry on with that pattern and I shall see you when we get to the end of the row. Okay, so I'm at the end of the row. I've got 3 stitches left and I've just done a single crochet. So to finish off the row I'm going to skip these last 2 stitches here, and in the very last stitch I'm going to make 3 double crochet in the same stitch. So you're going to finish the row with a half shell. 1, 2 and 3, but in the last 2 loops of that last double crochet I'm going to change colour. Just bring that in and through those last 2 loops, then turn and chain 1. Just secure that in. Okay, so row 3 you're going to single crochet in that first stitch. Pop that in there. And then I'm going to chain 2. So now we need to do an upside down shell to fill in these gaps. We're going to do that using a double crochet 5 together. So yarn over into the next stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop and pull through the first 2 loops. Leave the last 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over into the next stitch, so this third one will be into the top of that single crochet right at the bottom, and you pull through 2 loops, yarn over into the next stitch, same again through 2 loops and 1 more, yarn over through 2 loops. So you'll have 6 loops on your hook and you've gone into 5 stitches. Okay. Then yarn over, pull through all 6 loops and then chain 2. And then the next stitch you single crochet. Okay, so you should be creating a nice straight line across the whole row, and we're just filling in those dips. So it's just an upside down shell, and then we repeat for the next dip. Chain 2, yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through next 2 loops. So that third one should always be into the top of that single crochet right at the bottom of that dip. Yarn over into the next stitch, which is the first double crochet of that shell in the row below. Then last one into the next stitch, pull through 2 loops, so 6 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 6 loops and then chain 2, and then single crochet into that third double crochet of the shell in the row below. You can see it's got that nice straight top. So repeat that for all the way across the row. So chain 2 and then 5 double crochet 2 together. No, it's 5 double crochet 5 together, sorry. Okay, just fill in that gap, then you chain 2 and single crochet into the top of the next shell. So I'm going to carry on with that and I shall see you when I get to the end of the row. Okay, so I've got to the end of the row 3 and your final stitch will be a single crochet. So I'm going to turn and we start row 4. So you can see how lovely and flat this is. So it just creates a strip. And row 4 I'm going to carry on with the same colour. So I'm only changing colours every 2 rows for this one. Okay, so row 4 is a repeat of row 2. So chain 1 and make the alternate turning chain in your first stitch. And in that same stitch make 2 double crochet. Okay, so I say it's repeats, but and it is the same, it's just where we're skipping that's a little different. So your next stitch will go into the centre of your shell in the row below. It's going to go right in there and single crochet. You're then going to make 5 double crochet into that single crochet there. So 1, 2, just a bit more yarn, 3, 4 and 5, and then single crochet in the middle of the next shell, and you can see how it starts to undulate. So yarn over and into the single crochet, make 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then make a single crochet into the centre of that double crochet 5 together. And you see how it's starting to go, so all your shells are interlocking together and making this lovely shape. So I'm going to carry on down this row, and at the end of row 4 I'm going to change colours. So from here on in, your pattern is a repeat of rows 3 and 4, and you're going to do that until you get to the end of row 8. Row 9 we're going to finish the piece by squaring it off. Okay, so I'm at the end of row 9, and so we've filled in all these gaps at the top here, and we've got this lovely undulating pattern. It really is a beautiful stitch. So we're going to finish it with row 10. And we're just going to add a row of single crochet. So chain 1 and make a single crochet in the first stitch, and we're going to make 2 single crochet around that chain space, and then we're going to single crochet into the top of that double crochet 5 together, 2 single crochet around the chain, and then a single crochet into the top of that double crochet. And we're going to do that all the way across. So 2 single crochet around your chain, single crochet into the top of the double crochet 5 together, and then double crochet, single crochet twice around the chain. So let's just do that all the way across, and I shall be back in a moment and I'll show you what we're doing for the slip stitch border. Okay, so I finished row 10 and I've cut off my ends. So now we need to add our slip stitch border. So I'm going to be using a 4mm hook for the border. Got dog hair trapped in there. So you're going to be making a slip stitch into every single crochet across the long ends, top and bottom. So you'll have 79 stitches across top and bottom. Along the sides, let's take that up, you're going to make a single crochet in the side, not single crochet, a slip stitch into the side of every single crochet row, apart from row 1, where you'll make 2 slip stitches. Okay, and then make 2 slip stitches into the side of every double crochet row. So we need to add that extra slip stitch in row 1, because if you just did in one you'd only have 13 stitches and we need 14. So we just need to add an extra one into the side to make 14. Okay, so once you've done that you can weave in all your ends and then add this to the rest of your pieces. So I hope you enjoy, and I shall see you next week for week 21. Bye for now.